You can benefit from knowing this. Successful people are not better than you. They just have different experiences, better networks, relentless ability to take action. Years ago, I walked into a high-profile event filled with industry leaders, executives, investors who had built billion-dollar businesses. I had an epiphany as you look around the room. We're all humans. Successful people are not superhuman. That moment, everything changed. When you stop putting your successful people on a pedestal and start seeing them as potential peers, partners, collaborators, your view can change too. The real gap between you and where you want to be, it's not talent, it's not intelligence, it's access, confidence, and execution. Good news, you can achieve all this from any location on LinkedIn. So if you're sitting on the sidelines or you're not qualified to be in the same room as people you admire, consider this. The moment you start acting like you belong is the moment opportunities start showing up. And when they do step up, because you're ready, you are worth it. Okay, I'm going to give two stories, but first things first. While this is incredibly optimistic, nice and cute, unfortunately it misses a couple things. First and foremost, you can be the most unqualified or qualified person in the room, but what she's talking about specifically, those people I went to high school with. Those were my peers. A lot of them came from all mixed walks of life. Some were like me, were working class, raised by a single parent. Others' parents were middle class, upper middle class, little wealthier. Some kids had, parents who owned businesses or worked high executive roles, or anywhere making 100,000 or more and this is in the 2000s. First things first. What she's not revealing to you is the fact that they are very selective about who they're going to listen to and who they're going to mentor. Also, they're very selective on if they will hear your idea out. You can be the most confident person in the room, but they're not going to listen to you because they will understand that you don't have what they're looking for. That's number one. Number two, it's nice and cute, but it misses something really huge. Story number one was from 2004 to 2022, before I started my podcast. These are the same people that literally sat there and told me, stay in your lane, work a 9 to 5. Don't create a podcast or do anything entrepreneurial. It's not safe, because this went against what they were taught growing up. Until I came across a few select people like Elvie, like Justin, these people who from social media were much more encouraging and pushed me to be a better person and finally hit record and then gain the respect that I did from platforms like LinkedIn. Number two, when I had Geraldine Rodriguez, the co-founder last year from come by from the Knowledge House, there was something very interesting. She is the co-founder of Knowledge House. She had a similar story to me. We both grew up around similar peers, but in two different zip codes. And last but not least, here's something else, somebody like that found in common with me when comparing stories on my podcast. Single parent. So the zip code wasn't the issue, that I came from, because I was raised by a single parent, as was she. And look what she's been able to achieve in 10 years of building an online tech school. So the lesson here is what this person is telling you. Until you have something that these people who she's talking about that I grew up with can see value in you, they're not going to pay attention to you. I hope you enjoyed this. Like this, comment, share.